Friends, how are you all? Welcome to my channel Fanepa Adebala. So as I started the first lesson of the nutrition, this is a continuation topic of the nutrition. Today I want to discuss basically about the TS of the leaf along with the chloroplast, the structure and what are the parts and their labeling. I will discuss in this video briefly. Yes, TS of the leaf. So before going to start this TS of the leaf, so I will ask a few questions. Yes. So see, this is a jackfruit leaf and this is a papaya leaf. If you observe both the leaves, they are in green in color. So why the leaf is in green in color? Yes, they contains the pigment chlorophyll. Yes, they contains the pigment chlorophyll. So who discovered this chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is discovered by the scientist Peltier and Cavan too. They discovered that each leaf is consisting of an chlorophyll. That's why the leaf is in green in color. And this chlorophyll is presenting a chloroplast. This chloroplast is discovered by scientist Julius Van Sachs in the year of 1858. So, the Peltier and Cavendish discovered that the leaf is containing the chlorophyll pigment and the chloroplast contain this chlorophyll pigment. That's why the leaf is in green in color. That is said by the scientist Julius Van Sachs. So, let us see now the TS of the leaf. So, actually, they contains the chloroplast and the chlorophyll, but we can't able to see with our naked eye. We will see the external parts like the leaf margin, veins, veinlets, midrib, and the petiole. But we can't able to see the internal parts. The internal parts we can be observed by using of only microscope. So let us see now the TS of leaf. TS of leaf. Transverse section of leaf. This is very important. The 4 marks diagram. TS of leaf. TS of leaf. The TS of leaf consisting of upper epidermis and lower epidermis. Lower epidermis. Upper and lower epidermis. In the lower epidermis, we will see the stomata. The stomata help in exchanging of gases. So they will take the carbon dioxide and it will use the oxygen. These stomata is surrounded by the bean-shaped cells, the guard cells. So upper epidermis and lower epidermis. The upper epidermis containing another layer called cuticle. Cuticle. This is a cuticle. If you see the internal parts consisting of the vascular bundles, the vascular bundles like xylem, and phloem. Xylem used for the conduction of the water, phloem used for the storage of the food. Along with this, they contains the cylindrical or the longitudinal cells called palisade parenchyma. Palisade parenchyma. Palisade parenchyma. Along with this palisade parenchyma, we can see air spaces. Air spaces. Here also air space. Along with this, we can see spongy parenchyma. We can see spongy parenchyma. So they contains a dot-like structures on the palisade parenchyma and the spongy parenchyma. The single dot-like structures we are called as chloroplast. Chloroplast. They contains the pigments chlorophyll. If you see the labeling, this is cuticle and this is upper epidermis, and this is spongy parenchyma, and this is stomata, help in the exchanging of gases. This is lower epidermis, and this is palisade parenchyma, and these are xylem, and this is phloem. Both are vascular bundles. So this is the TS of the leaf and along with the labeling parts. So now I will draw this part, the chloroplast. So each leaf is consisting of nearly 40 to 100 chloroplasts are there. The number is not constant. It is differ from different leaves. It's not same for all the leaves. Let us see now the diagram of chloroplast. The chloroplast is discovered by the Julius van Stacks. Yes, chloroplast is consisting of 3 layers, means 3 membrane. The chloroplasts are of different shapes. Let us see the shapes: star shape, ribbon shape, oval shape, and spherical shape. And the size of the chloroplast is 4 to 5 microns in size. 4 to 5 microns in size, consisting of 3 membrane. The outer membrane and inner membrane. Along with this, they consisting of the grana part, along with this stroma part. They contains the thylakoids. The stalk of the thylakoids we are called as granum. In the granum, the light reaction will takes place. So these are all the stalks of the thylakoids called granum. In the granum, the light reaction will takes place. This is thylakoid. The function of this chloroplast we are called as stroma. In the stroma, the dark reaction will takes place along with this presencing of starch grain, along with this DNA, means loop of DNA, ribosomes, 70s type of ribosomes, along with this lipid globule, along with this ribosomes, 70s type of ribosomes, and the single one we are called as the thylakoids. The stalk of these thylakoids, the full we are called as granum. In the granum, the light reaction will takes place. It is in the formation of the end product ATP, NADPH, and oxygen. This is the end product of light reaction. The fluid portion of the chloroplast is called stroma. In the stroma, dark reaction will takes place. The end product is starch. The glucose is converting into starch. This is called the starch grain, and this is the loop of DNA. This is a structure of the chloroplast along with the labeling. This is also important diagram in the first lesson, consisting of 4 marks. Each chloroplast containing the chlorophyll pigments. So nearly they consisting of 250 to 400 chlorophyll pigments. These are of 2 types, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. The chlorophyll A will get the sunlight. The blue light is converting into green, and chlorophyll B will capture the yellow light and converting into green. So nearly 250 to 400 chlorophyll pigments are there, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Normally the maximum leaves are in green in color. Maximum leaves are in green in color, but the few plants, the garden plants, are of different colors like pink color, yellow color, and orange color. It means that they didn't contain any chloroplast. Means they didn't contain any chlorophyll. No, they contains the chlorophyll very less concentration. Along with this, they contain some special pigments. Let us see now special pigments. This is about the chloroplast, and diagram is very important. So every leaf consisting of an chlorophyll, some different color leaves like pink color, orange color, yellow color, they contain special pigments like xanthophylls, carotenoids, and anthocyanins, anthocyanins, anthocyanins. So these are some special pigments presenting in some different leaves in garden plants. So this is about the TS of the leaf along with the chloroplast. This is a first lesson topic. So the next class I will explain about the digestion process, how it will takes place in the humans. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel, like my channel, comment my channel. If you are having any doubt on this topic, please comment it in the comment box. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Love you all. Take care and bye bye.